cutting Reese's hair.
Because of lice. I didn't want to do it.
Because of lice. We have lice again. The other two did it. We don't want to do it, but we have been combing his hair. We've been trying to do everything we can to save Reese's hair. His hair is amazing, but it's time. That's what you look like now. It's kind of cool looking, to be honest with you, in like a sort of hillbilly looking way. Yeah.
Okay, let's show Mom now.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to show her now? What do you think of his look?
It's alternative.
Don't move. Okay, look at me. Wait. You're a good looking kid, Reese. There's all there.
Reese! Wow, you look so handsome. Let me see. Oh my God, you look so different. Do you feel different?
I just found my skateboard with my GoPro. I was skateboarding on the dock, which is really not recommended. And I made a mistake and dropped it. It's brand new. But I just found it with my cool rope GoPro contraption. I know exactly where it is, even though it's muddy. I'm getting it back. Okay, the rescue mission is commenced. Reese is coming with me to document, and it's really cold out. And yesterday the water looked really gross. Not psyched about getting in it. I bought the skateboard a week ago, right, Reese? I've had it a week.
Yeah.
And I was roller skateboarding on the dock, really dumb, and I hit a cable like this in the dark.
And
not quite as bad as that one.
Over, but the back wheel missed, and he went forwards, and he kicked the skateboard off and went straight into the water. But not there and not on this cable.
Right. Anyway, we know exactly where it is, which helps. It's pretty deep though. It's low tide right now. We've waited for low tide. I think it's about a 17-foot deep dive, but it's pretty clear down there. So right here's where it happened, right, Reese? So this is that tiny little cable.
But it used to... My dad is jumping in.
Oh, burr. Ready?
Here.
Okay, should be right here. Okay, you ready? I'm going down.
Yeah.
Can you flip it over?
Yeah.
God, swallowed some of this water.
Articles, one about the coronavirus and one about Dad's skateboard.
All right. Success.
Sorry, Reese.
It's all right. Just leaving the Gulf Harbor Marina and Fairway Bay Marina. Grant was awesome to let us in there. We stayed for a month and a week. That's crazy for us to be on the dock for a month and a week and not out sailing. So we've dropped the dock lines and we are now out in the bay. Got some weather coming, so we need to find a good anchorage. Back to sort of real world cruising problems. But it feels good to be on the water and not next to everybody. Especially with this whole coronavirus thing. It is it's a perfect way to self-isolate. Anyway, talk about that later. Is it warm out?
It's freezing.
So it's a bit cold and it's a bit stormy, and we're just trying to find a good spot for the next couple of nights. Looks pretty good right here. It's super cool. Hills kind of invented this Pokemon-like imagination game. Yeah, they're just having a blast up there. Hale's just making it up on the whim as he goes. And Reese and Pierce are totally into it.
I'm getting some great footage. Well, he's moving. Oh no.
All right, so it's been kind of a crazy week. We haven't really been talking much. I mean, the whole world has basically just deteriorated. I think we made a comment a little bit ago about this coronavirus thing, but now it's gotten crazy. We were worried to go home for my brother's wedding in February, but then that was just when it was getting started. Now, as of tonight in New Zealand, they're under complete stage 4 lockdown. That means all non-essential businesses shut. Everyone's ordered to stay at home. Apparently the police and the military are going to be out, and if people are out unnecessarily, they're going to be quarantined. So we don't want to be doing that. But we're also nowhere near our berth at the moment. So we're right outside Auckland, and we're sailing over to Great Barrier Island. The wind, as you can see, is pretty intense. We can't really get up to Bay of Islands, and we don't even have the marina reserved until April 1. So I guess we qualify as isolated in our home. This is our home, and we're not really with anybody else, but the rules aren't really clear whether or not we're allowed to really be out, cruising the coast of Auckland. The weather's getting cold. We're going to be on a dock. I mean, I guess there's people with the worst scenario now. We're just hunkering down. Well, right now we're sailing. 22 knots of wind from the rear, going 9.3 knots. 2 reefs in the main. A little bit of Genoa out. Still fun. What is happening in this world? It is pretty crazy right now. Hope everyone's alright. Be safe all. Be safe. Huge dolphins. If I didn't know there was a channel right there, I'd be worried. But I don't know if you can hear me in the wind. The channel is crazy narrow coming into this place, Great Barrier Island. We had come out to Great Barrier Island to meet another cruising boat, in Outremer 51 actually. Ben and I had been chatting on the Outremer owners group because he wanted to see how we had our bunk bed set up for 3 kids. And it turns out they not only have our exact boat, but green, but they also have 3 boys at a similar age, and they just moved aboard last week. We were excited to meet them and to go for a hike, and while we're having drinks on Archer that evening, the emergency alert hit our phones. Basically it said, where you are now is where you need to stay. How we would need to translate that to liveaboards was a gradual learning curve. This is when you know it's really cold in the morning, is when you get your coffee and it looks like that, where the steam is just coming off. Brr. 58 outside, it was 63, now 64 inside. We need to get to the tropics. Do you agree? Do you miss the warm water? Yeah, me too. What's going on here?
It's a sad moment. It is a sad moment. This is our last packet of guacamole mix, and people in New Zealand think you're crazy when you ask them where the guacamole mix is at the grocery store. They don't know about this technology. It's crazy.
What's the technology? How does it work?
I don't know. It's mad. I don't know. You have to ask the people at McCormick. How do they do it? They're amazing. So this is it. Last packet. And we're in lockdown. So that's it.
All right, what's our mission?
Food.
Food. Do we think we're going to find any food? Today is day 1 of level 4 coronavirus lockdown.
Yeah, I think we kind of misunderstood the assignment.
No, we did pretty good, but you run out of bread and eggs and
well, yeah,
food.
And plus we have very small, we have a very tiny refrigerator and a tiny freezer, so yeah, and with 5 people aboard, it's hard. So we're going to go, there's this teeny shop over here, we're going to try it.
A beautiful little town. Yeah, so as Elizabeth said, we're just here to try to get groceries. The lockdown happened last night. I think we knew that was serious. We knew we weren't supposed to be near anybody. But I think we're just really still grasping what that means really for all of New Zealand. It's pretty incredible. So they're basically saying, pretend you have it, you're sick, and don't come encounter anybody. So we're just coming here to get groceries, otherwise we'd be kind of hanging around. And when we go into the grocery stores, it'll just be one of us. The others will stay with the kids and make sure they don't touch anything outside. And then one of us will go in, provision, see what we can get here, and then go back to where we were. So pretty serious deal. Unbelievable. Still a good place to be in New Zealand and on a boat, I guess. People are still moving around. People are sailing. Look at this guy right here. A beautiful boat behind him. There's social distancing right there. Okay, go. Whoa. This is super cool. So this is the bathhouse in the Great Barrier Island. It's amazing. They've got the full-on tub, and you heat it up with wood. Heat up the tank with wood. Heat up the water. Take a bath. This is your view. I've never seen anything like this. It's very cool. Okay, so today is, I think, day 3 of the quarantine in New Zealand. Total lockdown, you're not supposed to be near anybody else, so we are doing our part. There's Archer. There's our friends on Pu'uhono, I think is how you pronounce it. And then that's Rockstar, we just met them. They're over there. But this is a beautiful little cove. Just us spot, beautiful beach. We are doing what we can to isolate. I know it's kind of funny, don't really know what we're supposed to be doing. I mean, it's what we always do. We kind of move around, we're very self-sufficient. New Zealand has kind of asked you to stay at home, so of course we're home on our boat. I don't know, there's no real rules written for liveaboards. Anyway, so we're doing the best we can. We're just, basically the main thing is we're staying away from people and loving doing it. So, life could be worse. New Zealand is very beautiful. Look guys, check out the fire. It launched so quickly. Hey, it's my seat.
Wow, our fire that we made is going pretty good.
You guys are great.
Hey, you moved the rock! So I'm gonna add a stick. That's me to dry enough, I think.
Oh.
Try to put it.
Okay, Pyros.
That was good. That was good.
We don't catch a fish right now. We're terrible fishermen. We're going right through 200 diving birds. We got both lines out. We're right offshore. Look at this craziness. All right, I can't watch. It'll never work. It's beautiful, huh?
Yeah. Amazing.
Okay, so what just happened?
No, honey, I don't want to be in this drama. No.
It is a drama. That's why it's so fascinating. This is crazy times. Corona times. Cruising in the time of Corona. What happened?
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because we're getting different stories. We went back to that store and we get there and there's a police officer there, and I guess he talked to all the boaters and getting their boat information and making sure that they, are supposed to be out here. And then the lady at the store was getting in trouble with the police officer, so she didn't want us to come in. She had just told him that they hadn't had any boaters in there, and she goes, and then you come walking up. I'm like, oh! And so that's when she was like, they're closed. And so I left, but then I went in and bought these orange garbage bags.
So it's just a drama. It's just a weird drama.
I'm telling you the full story. You wanted the full story.
So she was super nice.
She was super nice.
So you get the gist is the police don't want her helping boaters. But then we talked to the police and they were like, no, you're doing the right thing.
I don't know. There's something weird. There's dots that are not connecting for sure.
Yeah.
And then it's just a mystery on why they won't let boaters get water. What if they don't have a water maker?
So are we okay?
I don't know.
Well, no, we got groceries.
We're good for.
We got gasoline and we got propane.
Days.
Like
we're good for
they set us up.
5 solid days.
They set us up. All right, that's a 1:45 interview.
I didn't even want to do this interview. Don't judge it.
All right, well done. Thanks for shopping.
Go.
That's crazy.
Well done, well done, well done.
I came along, I wrote a song.
So the police are making the rounds now, just to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do during this very odd time. Good, how are you doing?
Good, thanks. One Sergeant Police Barrett on Auckland.
Okay.
We're here doing COVID-19 safety checks and making sure people understand what level 4 is.
Yep.
And what essential travel is and what non-essential travel is.
Right.
How long have you been in New Zealand?
We had, I think,
Yep. Early January this year. And you sailed in. When did you come to Great Barrier? On the 21st? 20th? Okay, and did you come straight here to this spot or did you? Yeah, okay. Yep. 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 Yeah, that's good. That's good. So that's essential travel as well. If you need to move because of the weather conditions, quite right to do it. But do it earlier than later rather than before the wind comes up, and you should be alright though. Taking photographs of your vessel, taking lap along so we know where you are. So while you're here at Great Barrier Island, you're safe, you can stay here. If you end up going back to town or back to Auckland for some reason, you need to stay there.
So we're allowed to go to the beach to let our kids run around?
Okay, so that's the thing, go as close as you can to where you are and go into an area that's probably not, it doesn't have other people.
So this was a great check-in. The police were nice and they helped explain the rules and how it applies to liveaboards. We could move for weather and get groceries when needed. We can go to the beach and get exercise, so long as we keep away from other people. This was really great news because we intended to sail to our marina slip in the Bay of Islands before the remains of Cyclone Harold hit New Zealand. And frankly, although we were told we could stay here, we didn't feel very welcome at Great Barrier Island. It was kind of clear that the locals didn't want the boaters here. So this is interesting. The police, we got stopped yesterday by these guys. Same boat, I think. See what they want. And yes, I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday. We were back over here on the other side of this peninsula, but now the wind's coming from that direction, so we decided to move. Curious what he said, what they said. Looks like Ben took care of it, but I'm curious what happened.
They didn't speak with me yesterday, so they were just giving me an update. But yeah, he just said that it's now no walking trails, so you can go to the beach and stretch your legs, but you can't go up the hills. Your plans today? We're just doing some schooling today and just doing some catch-up stuff inside.
Thanks for the update.
No worries. Have a good day.
You guys too. All right, so we are leaving the Great Barrier Island. We felt that after the two visits by the police that, I don't know, just felt kind of like a police state, so we're going to head north, which we always intended to do. We've ultimately need to get to the Bay of Islands eventually. Not supposed to be sailing, but we're allowed to be kind of going where we're intending to stay. So the police said we can leave the Great Barrier Island, GBI, but we can't come back. So once we leave, we've got to stay out. So that's our plan. And this will be a fun sail. There's light wind from behind us, so we're going wing on wing, dead downwind. And we're about 10 degrees north of our target, which is Whangarei. And then our buddy boat, Pooh, over there, same exact boat, but he's going to go full main and reach her and go off at about a 120-degree angle, which theoretically should be faster. But we'll see. We've always kind of wondered on this boat if that's really true or not, so this will be a good 7-hour test. Pooh, Archer.
Go ahead.
So what's your boat speed?
I've got the code 0 with 6.3.
Okay, we're going 5.8 downwind. You're going faster. We'll see how this works out. Pretty crazy. Here we are sailing into the heads from out in the ocean. And it's amazing. We're a couple boat lengths away from each other. 6 hours of sailing and we are that close. How crazy is that? So fun. Welcome to Thangaray. Show me what you got, Pierce. Whoa. Alright, so we've made it to Thangaray. We've anchored right behind a gunboat, which is kind of cool. And it's just a beautiful little spot. We're in the Nook in Thangaray. Thangaray is about halfway up the coast to the Bay of Islands, and given the situation, we felt the safest thing to do would be to stop for the night and depart the next day, rather than sail overnight. It's always nice to skip an overnight if you can. Beautiful still morning. They are off. They are off to see if they can get groceries. So how nice is this? The girls went grocery shopping, and a local woman offered to drive our groceries to her house. So here's the house. The boat's right there, and all we had to do was come by and get it. I mean, how nice is everybody here? Yeah, so we've just picked up anchorage in Thangaray. We're trying to sail up toward the Bay of Islands, toward our marina, and just picked up anchor, and immediately a police boat is on Ben, who's ahead of me. So we heard a siren. We've never heard a siren on a police boat before for going out sailing, but and we have permission to do what we're doing, but man, they are checking up on us. So let's see what happens here. Both of us have marina slip reservations in the Bay of Islands. There's a cyclone coming in 4 days. We're trying to get to our docks. Other police boats told us we could do that. They didn't want us on Great Barrier, so we'll see what happens here. What are they still talking about? Morning. How are you today?
I'm with the Harbour Master's office.
Yes, sir.
So
How do we go from there are boats everywhere where they shouldn't be from Auckland? We sail away from Auckland on our way to where we're supposed to be going and into doing what's responsible. They ask us to leave. To now we're in trouble for doing what's safe and right. How does that happen? How does it go from one extreme to the next?
Island people just wanted us to leave. I don't know what they
So they just didn't tell us the truth because they just wanted us to leave?
They're not doing the same thing countrywide. It doesn't seem.
I know. They're saying where you go now is where you're done. For the next 2 weeks, you do not leave at all. We are stuck here. If that's the way it is, then I'd rather be in our marina slip. I mean, I get it. We can't be just thinking about ourselves. We got to be thinking about the health and safety of.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm guessing you got the same spiel as me, but they reckon we're not permitted to travel. They're not going to stop us from travelling. The decision is up to us if we want to travel. We can travel, risk getting a fine, possible prosecution. But you know, they're telling us something different to what was told to us by the police in Great Barrier.
Yeah, Elizabeth and I were just talking about that. Yeah, I mean, it's the change in information that's frustrating, and the fact that I would say it's essential is what I just told him. I think it's essential that we go to get protection in a marina if there's 45 knots of wind coming. I'm of the mind that we go.
Yeah, I should be, and look, you know, I'm going to make a decision based on the safety of my family. And if I think it's going to be safer to go up there and sit on a marina berth, then I'll do that.
All right.
Do you have a screenshot of the 45 knots that you can send?
Yeah, I do have a screenshot. I have a screenshot of the weather. Yep. I don't know. Let's talk. I'm going to talk to Elizabeth for a minute, but I'm of the mind to go. Let me see what she thinks.
I think given the way the information was given to us and the situation that we know is coming, it is the right thing to do. But just because you're in the right doesn't mean we're going to get out of paying a fine.
I know.
Present our case.
I know.
I think if we stay here and our anchor drags and we have a lot of damage to our boat, it'll be a lot more than $4,000.
That's my thought.
So we're kind of in a bad situation.
There's a lot of wind coming. Yeah, I say we go.
All right, then just go. Or I'm fine with it. I just want you to realize.
I know. Hey, Poop. Yeah, and I think we're doing the smart thing for us, our boats, our trip, our dreams, our money, our savings, and our family, and our safety.
Agree.
Go ahead, Poop.
Yeah, spoken with him. We can count down deliveries to them. I think we'll just take him up on the offer and leave you guys to get up to Bay Islands, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, I guess.
All right, I understand. So bummed we'll have to regroup in 2 weeks. All right, you guys be safe. You know, do what you need to do, and you know, enjoy your time there, and we'll stay in touch.
Have a good trip. We'll see you soon.
All right, keep your fingers crossed for us. Gotta book it. We gotta book it. Ah! We are now on our own. We've made the tough call to continue on to try and find safety in our marina, but we encounter even more trouble on the way. Be sure to subscribe or tune in next week to see what happens.